I think it's a fucking disaster.
What is your opinion on modern advice for men? We're talking about crisis of masculinity, men struggling with their role in the world, whether it's financially, professionally, existentially, with women. What do you make of the current landscape of advice for men?
I think it's a fucking disaster, like an unequivocal disaster. The current landscape is atrocious, which is why I spent the last 2 years doing this. And like I talked to you about this about a year ago. I actually didn't even know the fuck you were. I was just like, sharp guys at Bill's house, probably good dude, whatever. And like, we rapped about this, and then and then I found out that you were famous too, and you had a podcast and all this stuff, and and you knew about this stuff, and you're interested. But like at the time we talked, it was just like two guys chopping it up about this, and like you got it. Like I saw that like you understood the problem. And I don't know. I just like, I look out and I just see them getting the wrong advice, doing the wrong things, having bad results. And then the problem is they're quitting. Like that's the biggest problem. It's not that they're not getting pussy, but that they're quitting. And I think the problem today is that guys have maps of the wrong directions. And before 40, 50 years ago, even when we were kids, like we didn't really have directions. It's like we saw some shit in the movies, had some good stuff like what James Bond did, and then we had the bad stuff, the rom-coms. Like we didn't really have like the bad directions that we have today. And this attack on masculinity and all this stuff, which is like just a recipe for horrendous results. And also coupled by the fact that women, because of social media, now think that they deserve like this crazy guy that maybe they could fuck, but that's not going to date them seriously. And then they have experiences with those type of guys, which exacerbates the problem. And then they end up marrying some guy that's worth $100 million, just like happy because they're hot and doesn't realize that they've like fucked half the, NFL football team and whatever, and then the girl doesn't really respect that guy because she, has all these other previous guys to compare him to. Plus the fact that she doesn't really think of herself as being like, that high value because she hasn't been able to date any of the guys that she actually really wanted. It's like creates this landscape of unhappiness on both sides for men and women.
Expectations, cynicism. Yeah, there's a big trend of cynicism around dating advice for guys, and I think, as you said, a lot of them are checking out. How cynical or hopeful do you think guys should be when it comes to the dating market?
I mean, if they do the right things, there's hope for everybody.